East Division heavyweights are going blow for blow in round one. After a tough loss to the Broncos in Game 3, the Regina Pats responded big in Game 4. Now the teams are back in swift current, and the series is a brand new one. One will exit Game 5 with a series lead and a chance to clinch in Regina Saturday. WHL TV presents WHL in 30, Pats and Broncos.
I look back on my time in the WHL very fondly, obviously because of the Memorial Cups, but not just because of that. The fact that I got to spend a lot of time with some good people, the Ginlas, the Doans, the bonds that you build, whether you actually play in the National Hockey League or you don't, last a lifetime. And the game of hockey and the WHL brought that forth, and the experience, whether we excelled or didn't excel, was the exact same for me.
Whether you're in Brandon, Prince George, Portland, or anywhere in between, you can take in WHL action up close and personal. Visit WHL.ca for complete ticketing information for all 22 WHL clubs.
It's unbelievable. You realize what it's like to be a pro. Obviously the NHL's 82 games and they have a long schedule. I think it gets you the most ready to be a pro at that next level.
Welcome back to WHL in 30. The action continues in our feature game of the week.
Back live in the Innovation Credit Union iPlex, it's the Pats and the Broncos, Game 5 of this WHL first-round series. For the Regina Pats, Ryan Kubik starts in goal. It's his 5th consecutive start. 19 years of age, out of St. Andrews, Manitoba. At the other end, it is 19-year-old Stuart Skinner, the Oilers prospect. A 2.28 goals against average and .937 save percentage coming into the game. For the Pats on the forward line to start, Sam Steele with Robbie Holmes and Cam Hebig. On the back end, it's Aaron Hyman and Josh Mahura. For the Swift Current Broncos, up front, it's Caden Elder, Beck Malenstein, and Mateo Gennaro. On the blue line, Colby Sissons and Savan Kara. So we are underway in Swift Current. The Pats have jammed the puck down into the Broncos zone, cleared out from the left wing wall by Malenstein. And at center, it's Robbie Holmes there for the Pats. Racing in on left side as the Pats get an early change. Steele a shot from the wing, kicked out by Skinner, and the rebound is punched out by Malenstein. Things seem to happen so much quicker here in Swift Current with that smaller neutral zone. Glenn got it in, pass right side for Hepa Noemi, left at the left point area here, and here's a long shot from the left side, kicked out by Kubik. The rebound comes to Kara, middle point. His wrist shot hit a body and goes up and out of play for the first faceoff in the Regina zone tonight. Colby Sissons now, the left side feed finds Malenstein, rink wide for Caden Elder, shot for the right side, blockered calmly, up the wing and out by Kubik. And now a penalty on the Broncos, a delayed call. Colby Morrison drags it round the Broncos goal. Morrison plays it left point to shoulder. His D-to-D pass comes out. And Regina plays with it right now with 6 skaters on the delayed call. We're almost 3 minutes into Game 5 and still scoreless. Sam Steele cranking it up, dashes to the right wing of that Broncos zone, carts it to the corner, and now gives it to Mahar at the line. Way over left side for Bradley. Left point for Scholler. Right side for Mahura again here now, and as it is touched by Max Patterson, we will get the call, and the Pats are going to the power play for the first time.
Well, we'll get a look at it here. Coming up the ice, Tanner Sidaway gets his feet upended. And so the first power play of the hockey game goes to the Regina Pats, and both these teams were 50% on the power play in Game 4, so this is a big power play early on.
Huge opportunity here for the Queen City kids. Steele right circle. Out to the left point, whistling a pass to Hebig. Now to Mahura in the middle. Look at the puck movement. Right side for Sam Steele. Now to Mahura. The low shot's tipped and just in wide. Hebig in the corner. Throws it around right side for Steele. Throws it to the point to Mahura. Back down the wall to Steele. As Bradley gets open in the corner and they give it up. And it's ripped down the ice by Josh Anderson as the Broncos get a change.
Neil Oxinen and Libor Hayek with power play goals in Game 4 Wednesday night. Hayek not in the lineup, but Oxinen is. See if they can build off that strong performance.
Bradley left side to Sam Steele, and the Pats are in again. weaves his way across the line and drops it off for Mahura at the right point. Down the wall to Steele. Out front now. They tip away. Pat save. Rebound. Hebig's shot. Saved by Skinner. Tremendous chances there for the Pats, but Skinner closes the door.
A big stop early on by Skinner.
For the Broncos, I'd think this penalty kill's taking an eternity. Still a minute to go in the minor to Matteo Gennaro. Right point, Cale Fleury holds it in, but it's given up, and here's a break for Mallenstein. Beck Mallenstein is alone, shorthanded, and he knocked it just wide. And I'm shocked there wasn't a penalty called there on the back checker, as Cale Fleury plays it upwards to Lecession at center on left wing. The Pats are still on the power play as Lecession fires it in. Caden Elder just inside the line, can't clear. Fleury now moves up to the high slot. Cale Fleury, nice moves, patience, and he chipped the shot that Skinner got a piece of. And now it is cleared up and out by Caden Elder as the fans in Swift Current applaud their penalty kill effort here in this scoreless first period. Robbie Holmes in down the left side for Steele in the corner. That is Legion, Jared Legion, out to the line to Aaron Hyman. Left side for Emil Oxenden, the first star of the other night. Shot blocked. Free puck right in front. Now it's cleared out, and Gennaro's going to break out of the box. Gennaro is tied up by Hyman very well, and Jared Legion gets the free puck on the far wall. Pats out front there, 11-3, if you can believe. They can play with the Broncos, they can dominate them, but can they beat them? That's what we'll find out over the next 2 games, maybe 3. Andrew Fighton shot in is blocked along the near wall in the Regina zone. It's backhanded high by Hebig, and here's a break for Matt Bradley down the left side. Matt Bradley the shot, saved by Skinner. The rebound is taken behind by Godin, and as he does, there's a penalty from behind the play. The Broncos are getting it, and the Pats are going right back to the power play. Looking for the game's first goal. Left boards Cam Hebig, the hero of game 2, whistles it out to the line to Mahura. Right side for Sam Steele. He crisscrosses with Bradley. Steele walks in, goes back doors. Right there, they score! Nick Henry was left all alone, and the Pats lead 1-0.
Well, Nick Henry, Johnny on the spot's got his first of the playoffs, and here's how. Steele brings it right down low, forcing the action, but it's a fortunate bounce off a skate right to Nick Henry, who slips it between the legs of Stuart Skinner. And that's just an unfortunate right off the stick of Sissons and Godin, who are right there, and it goes right to Nick Henry in the back of the net.
Long lead feed by Mahura is redirected in by Matt Bradley. And Manulin out for the first time in a couple of games here because of that check earlier on in the series. Plays it across to Anderson. He'll knock it through center ice. And now Godin sent it in and hit the linesman. Second effort, it'll come behind the Pats net. Brady Puto on it there. Steenbergen pries it out. He's rubbed out by Hyman. Now the left point shot by Anderson, or Sissons, goes wide. Left boards, Godin. Got a man coming in the back door. Manulin, and he shot it just wide. And now the return feed to Manulin's tipped out by an alert Matt Bradley. On this draw, it skips high up in the air, and Gennaro's the one that brings it away to center. Hip check by Steele, and Scholler takes the free puck up to Robbie Holmes. Nifty feed to Hebig. Gets a little room for himself as he brings it in down the left side, rolls it deep. Broncos out the other way. Godin for Steenbergen on the right. Return feed rattles off the outside of the net. Steenbergen to the line for Manulin. High pass on the boards is blocked by Lecession, whose best game ever as a Pat, as far as I'm concerned, was Wednesday. Clears it down the ice.
Yeah, and at the absolute best time as well to even that series up. He was very sharp in game 4.
Now we got the call behind the play. Too many men for the Pats. And that is an undisciplined penalty by the blue shirts. Matt Bradley against Gennaro to the right of the Pats net. On the draw, Steenbergen claims it and rolls it to the line of Sissons. Right side for Hepanoemi. The veteran Finn takes it all the way down to the corner. Sees nothing. Now he's pressed by Steele. Right circle, Steenbergen. Waits. Up to Sissons. Snapshot kicked out. Rebound, Steenbergen scores! in the bottom right corner of the net. And the Broncos have tied it.
Well, again, we're going to get an unfortunate bounce, this time in the way of the Broncos. And it's a good shot from the line to get it through. And the Pats give it right to Steenbergen. Unfortunately, it's Aaron Hyman who puts it right on the tape. Take another look. Right here, Hyman makes a perfect pass over to Steenbergen, who deposits it behind Ryan Kubik, and that one's not going to look good on film.
Here's the announcement.
By number 17, Tyler Steenbergen.
Sissons gliding through centers, pass pinballed off legs. Here's a break for Jared Legion down the other way. He's got Bradley, and he tipped it over the net with a backhand. Had the right idea, but it wasn't on target, and it is shipped out. Broncos buzzing now. Shoulder rattled in the corner. Recollects his wits, and he gets hit again by Mallenstein in there as the rough stuff has picked up at this point. Now a centering feed, and Elder couldn't get a shot away. And now as Matt Bradley touches it on the near wall, the Broncos are going back to the power play as it is getting rough down there right now. Broncos now on their third power play of the night. Sissons, middle point, right side for Heponiemi. The shot's kicked out. Rebound right there, and Godden overskated. Now we got a hurt Pat at the side of the net as we've hit the final minute of the first. Right side, Steenbergen waiting over for Godden, scores! Stick side this time, and it's 2-1 Broncos.
Well, it was Robbie Holmes who was hurt on the play. But then Glenn Godden gets the one-timer, and he makes no mistake. Steenbergen spots him here. Robbie Holmes doesn't get across. Mahura can't get a piece of it, and it beats Ryan Kubik on the near side. And just like that, it's 2-1.
And Kara sends it the other way. This should be icing. They'll wave it off because Godden's there first. You never know in this series, Darren DuPont. The way sometimes it's been called as Mallenstein walks out of the corner and Kubik makes the save short side. Back to the line, but that'll do it.
More exciting WHL action still to come on WHL in 30.
The WHL helps out a lot. I mean, it can be very stressful being a student and coming up with thousands of dollars to help you. With the scholarship program the WHL produces for us players is huge, and it helps us just kind of not worry about the money aspect of it, but just focus on the school and your hockey. And when you're only worrying about those two things, makes it a lot easier on a student for sure.
WHL TV presents WHL in 30 Playoff Edition. The road to the Ed Chenault Cup is underway. 16 teams embark on a journey towards WHL Championship glory. Tune in for all the key goals, hits, and saves in a marquee postseason matchup of the week. Be sure to follow WHL.ca for more information. WHL in 30 on Shaw TV, WHL.ca, and YouTube. Welcome back to WHL in 30. The action continues in our feature game of the week.
Pats in blue, Broncos in white. We're underway with the second period as Aaron Hyman bumps the puck down into the Broncos zone here. We are even up to start the second period. Robbie Holmes worked over in the right corner of that Broncos zone. Now Steele got it to the line to Hyman, across to Mahura, and he'll just chop it down low. Steele behind the net, fishes it to the far left corner, found there by Hebig. Back to the line to Mahura, right side to Aaron Hyman, lots of traffic, back to Mahura, now for Hebig, the blast kicked into the corner by Stuart Skinner. If you missed it off the top, Libor Hayek and Jesse Gabriel out of this game due to injury, and now the Pats are going to go down a man, Robbie Holmes, and that is just not good. The Pats have already allowed 2 power play goals tonight to the Broncos, and now they're going to have to try and avenge a third.
Well, and this is going to be these are tough ones to kill off, the mental mistakes.
Godden wins this one off Matt Bradley, and right side Heponiemi has it. Estevan provides havoc in front, and he takes a feed now, walks right in front. Kubik can't secure it. Steenbergen scores! Tyler Steenbergen Steenbergen. It's a third Bronco power play goal, and they lead 3-1.
Well, again, it's a scramble in front. Off skates, and the Pats just can't find this puck. Down low, down low. Everybody's looking down. It's in skates right there, and it skips out to Steenbergen. Puteau, Bradley, neither of them can find this puck. And Steenbergen just waiting up at the slot, waits, finds the puck, and beats Kubik, who couldn't see it. And it's 3-1.
The Broncos are flying right now. The Pats are a little rattled, I fear, as Caden Elder takes down Legion in neutral ice. Pats need something to get them going, Darren. The Pats need a change as Malenstein bumps it back in. Hyman goes after it on the end boards. Spills Elder there, and there's a battle for the puck. Bradley watching over things. Still tied up in a mass of humanity down in there. Matt Bradley goes down on it, but it's dug out to the line. Kara scores! This is not good for the Regina Pats, down 4-1, not even 5 minutes into the second period.
No, and the fans here in the Credit Union Iplex are thoroughly into it now. The Broncos with all kinds of pressure. Finally, Savan Kara puts it through. This shot was redirected on the way in. I don't know who got a piece of it, but Kara let the shot go.
Broncos goal is first of the playoffs, scored by number 6, Savan Kara.
Here comes Hebig now racing out of the Regina zone. Shot from the left, just wide of the Broncos cage. Steele now, high slot. Over for Puteau, and his wrist shot screams wide. Comes to the right point for Mahura. To Steele up top. Two Pats stand in front. Mahura takes it right side. Trucks to the net, shovels it to the goal, and now they jam away. And an early whistle here from the referee as Robbie Holmes gets up and starts chucking knuckles, and the referee's going to take them both off. Now Steele back to the line for Gavlis. His long shot's gloved down. The rebound's there. They jam away, and it goes just wide. Matt Bradley out of the corner. To the line to Scholler. Back to Gavlis. His wrist shot just wide. Kids look good here in his playoff debut. He'll get it again from the right point, and he'll wrist it wide. Jumps around the goal to Bradley for Scholler, who breaks his stick. Gavlis jumps up on it. Saskatoon kid rubbed out hard on the near boards. And now some rough stuff. Hebig gets into it, and we're going to get at least one penalty. Looks like the ref's going to take 2. He'll just dribble it in as Skinner gets a piece of it. Pats get some changes here. Bradley with a steal inside the line. Shot saved by Skinner. Parker Gavlis held it in briefly, but now here's a break to the way for Hepanoemi. 1-on-3 walking in, and his shot is handled by Kubik with 3:07 to go in the second. The face-off will be deep in the Pat zone. Steele now receives the pass. Drops it off for Mahura. Now through center, and the Pats are in again. Holmes down the left side. A long high shot well over the cage. Comes toward the line. Malenstein walks Fleury and brings it down the left side. Malenstein drives the net and is forced in behind by Mahura. Pass to the line finds Mateo Gennaro. Throws it in back of the Regina goal. Cale Fleury's there first. Up now for Emil Oxinen. He had 3 points the other night in Game 4. He'll dish it in. Back for the Broncos is Anderson steering it to the line. Held in by Puteau. It's in the high slot. And Bradley can't secure it. Here's a lead feed and a breakaway for Steenbergen. He scores! Tyler Steenbergen, his third of the night.
Well, this is the Broncos offensive unit we've been waiting to see in this series. They're just capitalizing on all of their opportunities. That's only their 26th shot on goal. but they've scored 5 unanswered. And Steenbergen, who had 48 in the regular season, he had such a hot start. You were starting to look at him being on pace to break the records. He went away to the World Juniors, has had some rest, but he's on fire tonight in the biggest game of the season so far.
Here's the announcement.
Bergen. Assisted by the captain, number 15, Glenn Gonin. And number 20, Alexi Heponiemi. The time of the goal, 18-11.
3 points for Heponiemi, and you see the Bronco fans here are loving it on this Good Friday. As we take another look here at what happened. There's the lead feed from Godin, and Tyler Steenbergen snuck in behind everybody, and he rifled it low, stick side on Kubik. That's the toughest area for a goalie to stop it. And the Broncos have a 5-1 lead.
We'll take one more look at it here. And the Pats had good pressure, and they were pressing, looking to find a way to cut the lead, but it comes right in and beats the goaltender, Kubik. And then the Hats flood the Credit Union iPlex ice surface.
Puto from the left point, long wrist shot tipped over the net. Fouled by Nick Henry in the waning seconds. Back to the line to Puto. He'll lob it down to the corner with Mahovlich standing in front. 5 seconds to go. Godin clears it out. And that is going to do it for period 2. And the Regina Pats are in a big hole. Going to the third here in Swift Current in Game 5. Through 40 minutes, it is the Broncos leading 5-1.
More exciting WHL action still to come on WHL in 30.
It's been a great experience so far. I can't believe how fast it's gone by. For my player development, it's been crazy how far I've come since I was 16 years old. So you know, I can't thank the WHL and the CHL enough for that.
Whether you're in Brandon, Prince George, Portland, or anywhere in between, you can take in WHL action up close and personal. Visit WHL.ca for complete ticketing information for all 22 WHL clubs.
I chose Western Hockey League because it was my dream growing up to play in this league. Being a player in the Western Hockey League, you get challenged every day. I think there's tremendous support from coaches to staff and trainers, equipment managers, scouts. I think regardless of who you talk to in the Western Hockey League, you're surrounded by a lot of really great people who want you to succeed, not only in hockey, but in life.
Welcome back to WHL in 30. The action continues in our feature game of the week.
We get ready for the third, and the Broncos out to this big lead, 5-1. Let's see what the Pats have in terms of digging deep here and trying to take the lead in this series, or going home tomorrow night and facing elimination in Game 6 in the Brandt Center. Aaron Hyman has the puck for the Pats inside his line. Pass to center, connects with Robbie Holmes. Sherwood Park product, walks down the left side, shot to the goal, kicked in behind by Skinner. Centered by Hebig, but nobody was there for it, and Caden Elder rushes up ice the other way. He's got Mallenstein with him. Elder flips it in and goes after it. Hyman back first, jams it up to Sam Steele. Now to Robbie Holmes at center. Room to skate in, looks to the front of the net. Holmes stays with it, dishes it in front, and it comes all the way out to the right point for Cale Fleury. The Montreal prospect's long shot is blocked in behind, and Hebig's on it for Steele on the wall, out to the line to Puto. Right side, Cale Fleury. Shot is blocked. Rolling on its edge, Fleury holds it in there. Leaves it high slot for Holmes, and his shot's blocked. Elder jumps on it and will softly bang it out with a backhand as Puto walks back in. Anderson deep in the Broncos zone, clears it up the wall here for Elder. To center, and Puto's hit hard. By God, and there's going to be a penalty on the Bronco captain here. I don't know what they're calling, but Puto is shaken up there. I think he's calling it interference. The Pats are getting an early power play here.
Right here's Puto with the puck, and there comes Godin in. Just takes a couple of strides, and you get the penalty call.
Matt Bradley wins this draw. Out to the line, and Josh Mahura has it there. Down the wall for Steele. Pats top guns on here right now at a critical time. Steal the drive, and Skinner got a piece of it. Rebound is down low in the corner. Noah King after it, ridden out by Nick Henry. Back into the corner it goes. Pushed around the far side. Steele dashes down the wall, lets it roll to the line to Hebig. D over for Mahura. Cruises up and shoots. It's tipped away from in front. Nick Henry on it. Right corner for Sam Steele as Bradley fights for position out front. At the line, it's Hebig. Right side for Steele. For Hebig, and he scores! Cam Hebig stick side on Skinner, and the Pats are still alive.
Now Nick Henry either took this puck off him and in, which I think is the case, or he took a stick, but I think Nick Henry takes this one. He earned it, because that hurts. And so we'll see here on the replay. Henry is off to the left of the goal. Great shot by Cameron Hebig on the one-timer, and that catches him. Ooh, off Henry and in. So it'll be Nick Henry's goal. Here will be a good look at it right here. Nick Henry. Oh, no. Got a little camera movement, and Henry's feeling it, though.
And on the draw, Steele wins it, but Gennaro wins a muscle battle for it. Now Sam gets it back on the right boards. In front, Hebig. And he one-timed it just wide. Pats aren't going away. Caden Elder throws it to center. Oh, what a hit! Flurry on Mallenstein. As the puck skips down to this Regina zone, and Hebig's there for it.
There's 19-year-old Kyle Dumba coming into the game now, and
Dumba has come to the bench. The Pats have 6 skaters out here right now. 9 minutes to go. This might be the earliest I've ever seen a goalie be pulled. Here's Josh Mahura back on the Pats line. Up for Sam Steele. John Paddock's pushing all his chips into the middle of the table.
Oh, he is, and you know, it's exciting. Will we see Stuart Skinner? He's scored a goal in the Western Hockey League.
Anderson in that far Bronco corner throws it high. Glove down at the line by Scholler. And now held in. Great work here. Holmes a shot from the left. Saved by Skinner. And he'll hold on as the Pats are applying some pressure with 8:01 to go. Bouncing puck along the right wing boards. And Lesishin's clipped with a high stick. He's down. And he's writhing in pain over on the far side of the ice. Did it cut him? Either way, the Pats are going to the power play.
That's up near the eyes where Lesishin's looking.
6 on 4 skaters. Mahura left side to Cale Fleury here on the power play. Way over right side for one Sam Steele. Waiting with it is Steele. Now to Mahura. Left side, Fleury! He hit the crossbar of the post with it. Pushes it around right side for Mahura as Matt Bradley stands in front, and Nick Henry too. Sam Steele from the right dot. His shot is handled by Skinner. Rebound, Fleury right here, and his short angle shot is blocked. Down low, Hebig on the end boards. Tied up, Nick Henry in there too. It's played to the near left side to Fleury. Way out middle point to Mahura. Right side to Steele. Now Fleury shot stopped by Skinner. A tremendous save by the Oilers prospect to get post to post and in front of it. Left side Hebig, way over to Steele on the right. To Hebig the blast, and a pad save made by Skinner. That's tougher than it looked. Right side Steele on the dot. Out front, and it's tipped up and out of play by Nick Henry as the penalty's up. Kobe Morriso in the other way. Shot from the left, saved by Skinner. Kara throws it high. Held in by Liam Scholler with a hand pass, and that's going to be called here as Mahovlich wants to get it going with Kara down to the Broncos zone, and the Swift Current defenseman wants no part of it.
No, and there is zero advantage for Savin Kara to get involved.
Holmes wins the draw. 5 seconds are left here. Cale Fleury's just going to kill the clock, and that'll do it.
Well, that's the great thing about the trash talk. It can go in, it goes every way. They say, look at the scoreboard, and they go back and say, well, we did it to you 2 nights ago. We got to do it again tomorrow night. And on, and that's the wonderful thing about the playoffs when you play each other up to 7 times in a row.
We hope you enjoyed this playoff edition of WHL in 30. Tune in next week for more playoff action with all the key goals, hits, and saves. Follow WHL.ca for more information. The WHL in 30 has been brought to you by WHL TV.